What did you think of our wedding?
What a question.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to our channel. How's everything going?
How's everything going? As if they can reply to us. You technically can.
Well, I was
guess.
actually asking you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I looked at you.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do the it's Adi and it's Pam.
Oh, we completely missed our intro. Well, in that case, welcome to our channel. I'm Pam.
I'm Adi. And yeah, we don't really have much more other than that. But that's okay.
I feel like maybe this is a little bit new and a little bit different. How are we feeling about the whole mic setup? Things are different.
You know, it's 2023 and
It is.
I guess we're not like super big on New Year's resolutions.
No, it's more about goals, right?
Goals, like lifelong goals. We set goals for ourselves, like every month, every week, etc. And we just got really deep, but we thought we'd try something new. And this is kind of like a podcast style video.
But it's not a podcast.
Not yet.
But I really just love podcasts. But it's not a podcast, not yet. But we're just trying something new. I think we can catch them up about why we felt we wanted to like go in this direction.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
lead that discussion?
Yeah, I feel like, so technically in like most of our videos, we're pretty like, it's pretty formal.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things about marriage that you need to know.
Have we put out a video like that yet?
We haven't.
I get what you're saying.
But it's just like, it's like a bit structured. And I think in our own time, when we're not in front of a camera, we're always having conversations and they're pretty deep.
Always.
And we kind of just like want to do that in a more authentic, not that we were never authentic, like we've always tried to be as authentic as possible. But this just kind of, this is a conversation that we want you guys to be a part of, and this just feels like a way to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, the videos we were filming before, we'll probably still make videos like that, but they were very like, there was little room to just be yourself, because like
Somewhat,
you think about like when you're gonna edit that out, and you have that comfort of like, oh, we'll just edit that out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas
This is like the real us. This is raw.
it's raw.
Isn't that a little nerve-wracking?
It is, but I think we'll be okay. Like, we generally don't say... Okay, if anything, I'll probably say something that's super controversial.
Which I guess is a good thing, because it gets conversation started. So, which is the whole point of us doing this, is getting conversation started.
We can speak about things that are very, like, meaningful. Like, things that can have impact on other people's lives. And I feel like, even, like, when we started our YouTube channel, we started with, like... what was it, interracial relationship videos? We were so young. That was like,
it was in 2020 that we started that.
2020. It's been almost 3 years, right?
Yeah. And that is actually, a lot of things have happened in those 3 years, which is actually a great segue for what we want to speak about today.
Yeah. Let's just
Dive
get
right
right
in.
to it. Like, what's been happening in our lives? Like, we haven't been posting as consistently. I think last year we must have posted like 2 videos.
We literally posted 2 or once we arrived in Canada. But I think we should take it even a little bit more back.
Yeah.
And like, for those maybe who don't know our channel or don't follow us on Instagram, because we kind of never really did a full like proper update.
Yeah.
We kind of was just like, oh yeah, by the way, now we're on honeymoon.
By the way, now we're in Canada.
Yeah, we kind of didn't do like proper life updates. So I think the first thing we can start with is that, number 1, we got married in November 2021.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people might be surprised by that, but like, okay, technically we got married in July.
Yeah, guys, we've had like 4 weddings. Let's just, no, I'm kidding.
Has it been? It's like 3, right?
Yeah.
Technically 2.
Let's explain what we mean. So in July of 2021, we got legally married. So we signed our documents, signed our papers.
Yeah.
Tick the box. We had like a little thing where just like his family and my like very direct family. So like,
yeah, my brother, my parents, your brother, yeah.
parent, yeah, like my mom, my brother, and my grandfather. So it was
Yeah.
just like very immediate family. We signed our papers, like we had a prayer, but it
Yeah.
was like not like we were getting married. We just knew we were like signing the papers because we knew we had the goal of coming to Canada in mind.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say, like, just to preface that, like, that's not why we decided to get married
Oh yeah,
then.
we were gonna get married in any case.
Yeah, we really wanted to get married, but we just had like, I guess the legalities around like moving and stuff like that. Like, it would have been easier if we were legally married. So we got married, but we didn't consider ourselves like married, like
Yeah.
in the eyes of God. Like, we still didn't stay together. Like, she was still my fiance. Like, it wasn't like official yet.
Yeah. Moving forward, we can jump to November 2021. So a couple of months after we got legally married, we had our marriage ceremony where we stood before God. And
We had like 40, 50 people.
I want to say like around 40, 50 people.
Yeah.
What you said.
It's
I
very,
just repeated what you said.
that's
Yeah.
like, we're married, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very intimate.
We kind of chose to do it that way because it was like we were just coming out of COVID. A lot of like our family members would not have been able to fly out or like come just because of all the restrictions. So that's why we
Yeah.
kind of decided to do like a more intimate gathering. And I say that and I feel I feel that people are going to comment and say 50 people is not intimate. For some people, that's like their actual weddings.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm Nigerian, so
That is very true.
like, it's, and I kind of get it. Like, I get
Mm-hmm.
it. Like, you can't just get married, like in our culture, like, you can't just get married and not have like people that were firstly important in your
Mm-hmm.
upbringing be there, or like your family, because like my parents moved to South Africa before I was born, so I was
Yeah.
born there, but I mean, they moved there and we've lived there ever since, but my extended family is like all around the world, and a lot of them in Nigeria as well. So it wasn't fair, I guess, to just not invite them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, but we only had like 50 people at that wedding.
So like how did you find that experience, that like our wedding ceremony?
To be honest, that one was the one that I was most nervous for.
Because
And-
we were actually getting married.
Exactly, because like that was when we'd like put the stamp on it, and like you'd be my wife.
Technically July was our stamp, but anyways.
Okay. Oh yeah, like literally a lot of
Stamp.
stamps. That was nice. Like, remembering that day is
Yeah.
nice. Like, it was amazing. Like, and just seeing my family, like, I don't know if there are any like Nigerians watching, or like, I guess it's an African thing, but like, as you get older, and I found it with my family, like, the more you kind of get intimate with your parents. I don't know if like Africans find it hard to express themselves, but I feel like the older you get, like when your parents see, or like they're getting older, they start like including you in more discussions. Because like when we were younger, it was just like, I think we spoke about this the other day. It's like, I'd ask my parents, can I do this? Can I have money? Can I go there? And it's just no, like, without
The
even
whole
explaining
time.
why. I never got like the birds and the bees discussion, like on, like, legit, like it was very like, they loved me, and they still love me so much, but it was not as like,
Open?
yeah, like you and your mom like tell
Yeah,
each
we
other
tell
everything,
each other
right?
everything. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely like a difference, right?
Yeah, so I found it really beautiful, like how like our family is just like united, and
Yeah.
like seeing my parents happy, and
Yeah.
you know, like seeing them interact with everyone, and the way we interact with everyone was beautiful. How did
Yeah.
you find it?
It was really good. Like it was just like, I feel like simple, but I loved it that way.
Yeah.
I think it's what we needed for that time and
Mm.
for our ceremony. We're just like, let's have it simple. Let's like say our vows, you know.
Yeah, extremely simple. Like even your dress, like you just like
It
what?
was so I was speaking to like a bunch of like my Canadian like people, and I was like trying to convert it like from rands to dollars.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it was like a really cheap dress, like just bought like at a store, like it wasn't even like a wedding dress. And then I converted it, and it sounded like so ridiculous in
Oh,
CAD.
how
Like
much was it in rands?
it was like 800 rand, so it was like less
Oh,
than a
wow.
thousand
That's
rand,
like
which is like 40. Is it like 40?
that's
I'm
like
not good with.
$60 or something.
Yeah, I'm not
60.
great with math, but like it's just like not that for a wedding dress, okay?
Yeah.
So it was like a very chilled sort of vibe.
Yeah. But
But it was super
also
great.
but also we're very like easygoing. Like it was still great. Like
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion like I believe women should have like the dress that they want, but
Yeah.
I mean if you're happy with the dress that doesn't cost money and it still looks good on you, like that's amazing too.
Yeah. Things don't have to cost money, like,
Mm-hmm.
for you to love them. Like,
But yeah, okay, we're going
Yeah.
off track.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
going
sorry.
off track, but yeah, it was amazing, right?
it was great. Okay, so that was when we like officially got married, and then if you guys go back on our channel, you'll see that we posted some honeymoon videos.
Yeah, and that wasn't okay. I mean, it's relative. The extravagance of it is relative,
What?
but no, but like let's be honest, we didn't have like that much money at the time because we were planning to move to Canada. We are literally gonna move in the next month. We actually know it could have been days, actually, because yeah, but
Yeah.
we didn't have much money.
Yeah, we didn't. But I still really loved every moment of it.
Yeah, the honeymoon, it was amazing. Like just being with you, and like I felt so much more possessive.
That sounds a little hectic.
No, but it's true of you. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she's mine. You know? Did
It's
you
like,
feel that?
It's like, what's the word? Like you can take like, I don't know. I'm talking nonsense. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like you're trying to take. Oh, I'm gonna get people so mad in the comments. But like ownership,
Yeah.
like being like people can be like, oh no, why are you saying you're taking a woman ownership?
No,
like,
but it's
like even me. Like I could take ownership of you as my husband.
yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
I think that's beautiful, and I think like we're Christians, so like I'm hers and she's mine. Like I can say that confidently. Like
I love that. Yeah.
But, okay.
That was the honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
Yeah. Okay, so like let's move on to
It
the
was
bed.
fun. The honeymoon was fun.
The honeymoon was fun. It was great. Okay, let's move on to like the next big thing.
It was
that...
really great.
Okay, Addy.
Okay.
He's exposing us here.
No, we saw a lot of like
we saw cool things.
cool things, sightseeing.
Yeah. We should move on to like the next big event, which
Yep.
was moving to Canada, right? So we got married in November. In March, right?
Yeah.
In March of 2022.
Feb.
In Feb of 2022,
actually, yeah.
we moved to Canada. How was that?
That was intense. Like, we initially thought we were gonna move in December, but I think because of COVID and stuff, like, I don't know, like visas got delayed and stuff like that, and so like I had to like continue my job for
Yeah.
like an extra 2 months, and it was intense. I literally worked like crazy until the Saturday, right?
It was literally like, I remember like I had to like pack all of our clothes
Yeah.
because you were literally working. It was busy season, so for any accountants or people that understand the life of an accountant and
Hey.
auditor, like, you know what busy season be like.
Yeah.
You were literally in that busy season, so you literally didn't even have time to pack. So that
I
weekend,
literally handed my laptop in, and then the next day we left.
It felt so like weird to be like 2 months into our marriage, and we're like
Yeah.
packing up our whole lives, and it was just like, it happened so fast because you were so busy with work that it just
Yeah, it
happened
was
really
very
quickly.
weird.
It happened super quick.
And then we just we'd never been here before, so we just like
Never
arrived. And okay, other than like the chaos of that, it was
Yeah.
pretty smooth. Like,
God is good.
yeah.
Like that is one thing for sure. Definitely like a really smooth process. Like our flight was smooth.
Yeah, except for the Air Canada flight, but this is
Yeah,
not
that
an
we'll
Air
tell-
Canada rant video. But
And we can maybe even talk about that in another video or
Yeah.
something. But anyways, everything was pretty smooth. We got here, we stayed in an Airbnb for a month.
but her
Oh.
experience of like, because this was your first time
Yes.
traveling overseas.
Like I'd been to like Mozambique and like Botswana, which are like amazing, but like never like to the States or anything
Yeah.
like that.
And we got here and we were in our Uber like to our Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
or to where we were gonna stay, and her reaction to like seeing Canada.
Understand that this was at a point where it had just like it was snowing, but it wasn't like the beautiful fluffy snow that you see in the movies and you're just like, oh, I want to build a snowman. It was like the dirty, gross, like it has been there for a couple of days kind of snow.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and we were driving in an area that wasn't like the city, and I was kind of expecting to see just like, oh, city everywhere, and we were like,
Yeah.
I was just like, what did I sign up for? Like,
Yeah, because all the buildings
what?
looked like old, but that's something like even in New York, like not, it's like only downtown like Manhattan or
Mm-hmm.
like in Toronto, it's like downtown Toronto that looks like amazing, like in the movies.
Yeah,
And then
everywhere else is like old buildings.
It's
and,
normal,
like, It's like
yeah.
normal, you know. But yeah, I was just like, man, like, what did I sign up for? This is interesting, you know.
But we got to like where we were staying, and then it looked cool. It was quite
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
cool.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't like we've been here for a year. Like it's
I can't believe it's been a year.
yeah, it's been amazing.
It really
It's been
has.
cool.
But now, during this year that we've been in Canada, we've also had to plan another wedding.
Yeah, so like that, I think that was one of the things that was like over our heads, not as a bad thing, but it's like we had our wedding, we got married, but we still need to have our African traditional wedding.
Yeah, just for context, like what our families called like the whole thing is that the first one was the blessing.
Yeah.
The blessing so that we could be married and we can come to Canada as like a married couple.
Yeah.
And technically we had not had our like full on wedding celebration, if that makes sense.
And so we had to, we knew we were going to have to like go back to South Africa and have our traditional wedding, which like wasn't like I was excited to go back and see our family and see our parents and actually celebrate with everyone, but we had to like save so much money, and like it's kind of like you're starting a new life together,
Yeah.
but you can't actually like spend that much of your income.
Yeah. Let's just like, can I just be real with you guys? So we have been in this apartment since, when did we move in? March.
Yeah.
End of March, I think. We've been here end of March, and today is the first day we have cushions on our couch.
It's like we only like, I think 2 weeks ago was the first time we bought like a TV, which what do you call it, like
Cabinet?
a console, like
Yeah.
to put your stuff on. Like we
Yeah.
literally bought the minimum stuff, like
Yeah.
a couch, a TV, a desk to work on, and I mean we just bought bar stools for
Yeah,
the
like
kitchen.
for the kitchen, like we actually we kept it pretty low key. I actually like
Yeah,
nice.
which is
Like,
fine. I
It
mean,
was cool. We're starting out, you know.
and we're not high maintenance people, so like
Yeah.
all we like a bed, a couch, and we're good.
Yeah. And not to say, I feel like everything that we got was really like a blessing and really like beautiful and stuff.
Yeah.
But we just definitely had not like sort of like gone all out or like equipped our place to like the full max that you see a lot of apartments.
It wasn't a home yet, and it still
Yeah.
isn't like, okay, a home is where
home
family
is-
is. and,
this
you
is
know,
our home,
this
you
is
and
our
me.
home. But like it wasn't like full.
It
I
was
don't know how to explain
homey.
it.
It wasn't homey.
Yeah.
That's the word. But yeah, anyways, so I guess the point is more so that we've been here for a long time. We kept it really minimum because we were kind of like trying to save a lot for the wedding.
Yeah.
Which, for everyone's information that doesn't know, took place this past December.
Yep. On the 17th.
So we actually flew back to South Africa on the 5th of December.
Yeah, and we didn't vlog all of it. Like
We just couldn't, guys.
we literally took the remember we took the camera and
I was like, we
were...
have to vlog because we need to give people the content.
oh, I worked. Okay, guys, I know. I talk about my work. I literally worked until our flight was at 7, or we had to be at the airport at 7.
I can't even remember.
I worked
To
till
be
5
honest.
o'clock. I don't know how we didn't forget anything going
We
back
did
to South
pretty
Africa.
good, to be honest. Like, yeah, that was a lot of pressure.
It was good.
But yes, that was good. We arrived in South Africa. We did a bunch of wedding stuff in the first week that we were there, just like planning,
Yeah.
going to the venue, like making sure we had everything we needed. Because honestly, like planning a wedding from another country,
An African wedding. Oh, props! Shout out to our moms.
yeah, amazing.
Like, guys, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did so much for us. Like, I just feel like I'm so grateful to everything that they did, because it's
Yeah.
just like the day would not have been the same without everything that they did.
Yeah, I know you guys were talking about this day. We'll show you guys some photos
In a bit.
in a little while, like
Soon.
soon.
Yep.
This video, by the way, not
Yeah,
like
yeah, like
soon
not-
in another video,
yeah.
but
We're not that cruel.
but yeah. So got to South Africa. Oh, guys. Okay, Canadian weather is actually amazing in summer. It's
Yeah.
amazing, but it was winter when we left here, and so things were a bit like mellow and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
going back to SA, like SA weather is absolutely amazing.
It is. Man, every time I FaceTime my mom, she shows me like, she literally showed me that it was like storming the other day, and I was like, oh, I miss like a good
Yeah.
old thunderstorm.
It
You
never
don't
storms
get-
in Canada.
What is happening? Like, why don't they have thunderstorms in Canada? Like,
But yeah, it just snows. You have snowstorms.
leaving here to go into that warmth in December was amazing. It was really
It
just
was-
like,
oh,
picked us up completely. Like, our
Yeah.
moods went from like this.
yeah, it was great being with family again,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I just wow.
What
Like,
a journey.
What a journey. Like, those are the best like 3 weeks of last year, right? Like, just being with
Yeah.
family, the wedding. So let's get to that.
Yeah, let's get to it.
What did you think of our wedding? Because obviously, for people who don't know, Pam's white.
You think people might not know that?
Hey, there was like a Jerry Springer show where like this girl was like coming out as white to her boyfriend, and he was like, or something like that. So you
I
never
feel
know.
like I
Just
remember
for
something.
people who might not know.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty white, and yeah,
Yeah, and so like growing up as a white girl, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have thought that you would have an African wedding. Like, growing up thinking about your wedding, you would have probably thought, oh, I'm gonna, you know?
you know what? It's funny, cause I think like you're right in the sense that probably growing up I did probably think I was gonna get married to like a white guy just cause of social norms.
It's normal, yeah.
It's normal, right? But so for those of you guys who don't know, when I was really young, I did like modeling and ballet, but that's another story.
That's another
I
story.
did modeling, and we had to like write in our little like modeling books, like just a bunch of like questions that they might ask us at the pageant, like, no, what's this? What's your favorite this? What's this?
Yeah.
And like obviously it wasn't catered to like kids, it was just a general one. It's like, what is your like ideal like man? And I guess I was like at like a preteen phase or whatever, but I was like tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, you
And
wrote
I, like-
that down. I read it at your house.
I wrote it down, and I was just like, well, I ticked that off.
So
Like,
you
I
got
really ticked it off. Like,
you got handsome,
I did.
you got dark,
I did.
tall, like yeah.
You're taller than me, so that works for me.
It works. I mean, I'm above the average height, so we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Anyways,
So my question is like,
Yeah.
what did you think of how the wedding turned out? And like, was it what you expected? Was it above your expectations? Was it below your expectations? What did you think of the wedding?
what did I think of our wedding? What a question. I absolutely loved it. It was the most beautiful day of my life. I felt so truly like accepted by your family,
Yeah,
and
you're like a queen.
like being like a Yoruba bride is like one of the like biggest honors of my life.
Oh,
And being accepted into like your family and just like just the way that they just like opened their arms to me in such a beautiful embrace.
Yeah.
And just the way they brought God into everything is just like, it's just like, it was such a beautiful celebration, like truly.
Yeah. What was your like, what were your thoughts on like my family? So the people you hadn't met before and all that.
Oh yes, guys. So just so you guys know, like we'll put up a picture up like here now as well. This is Addie's granny.
Oh, guys.
I love her so much.
Quick background, like I never got to meet my actual grandparents, but like I was born in South Africa, and for some reason we were always at my grandma. I'm just gonna call her my grandmother. We were
She's
always
like,
at her house growing up.
just for context, like not blood relative,
Yeah,
but still someone that you saw as like your grandma figure.
exactly. Like we were always at her house with like people that are like, I'd call them my cousins. Like we're not blood related, but like we're always together. And literally since I was born until today, like she literally calls me and my brother her husbands. And
so
I think she calls all the kids her husbands, but
Lol.
she is the most beautiful woman. And
She's so sweet.
she danced. Oh, she was the star of the wedding.
She really was. She really was. So it was just like amazing to meet her. Like she was like teaching me how to like cook a certain meal that
Oh, yeah.
Adi grew up and
She
he would,
got you a wooden spoon.
can I show everyone?
Yeah,
Let
I
me-
mean, if you want to quickly go get it. We brought it to Canada, y'all. And so it's so funny. She gave us like a blanket, like a duvet, a blanket, for us to use, I guess, as a married couple. But she also
Okay, guys. So this is the wooden spoon.
yeah.
It's just like so cool. Like I must like stir the pot. Like
I don't know.
So much.
I think people would probably be familiar with it, but it's called a paplepel, right?
Yeah, I think that's very like South African though. So maybe explain that to our.
Yeah, so I guess that's like the Afrikaans way to call it, but there is a meal which is very common in South Africa, and it's called pap, which is basically like maize, but yeah, this is used to like mix it up and
Like
make it
stir the pot. Yeah.
Yeah, and so basically she was like, "You gonna cook?" I'm used.
No, but like I think that's a reality as well. Like typically like in
Yeah.
like the Nigerian
African
and
culture.
African culture, like women generally do cook.
Yeah,
And you can cook, which is amazing.
I cook
But
well,
I enjoy
girl.
cooking, so it's all good. Like, but it was just like so sweet how she like taught me how to make your favorite meal growing up. Like that was your favorite meal.
Yes.
And so it was just like, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was so good to meet her and like just all your family. Like getting back to your question, right? Like it was just like so amazing to meet everyone.
Yeah.
Your childhood best friend as well. Like I'd never met him.
Yes.
So it was just great. But yeah.
It was nice to have like my groomsmen and your bridesmaids like all united, like
Can you
some
put
of
that
my
there?
yeah I mean, take it out the frame, but some of my like groomsmen were like I hadn't seen in like years, but
Yeah.
because like we were such good friends growing up, like it was so easy to like reunite with them and
Yeah.
all, you know, it was
amazing.
absolutely amazing.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What was the best moment of the day for you?
The best moment of the day. I didn't think about this beforehand.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. This
Should
is
have asked me this beforehand. No, I'm just kidding. Best moment of the day. I felt free to just dance, and like when I was
Yeah.
dancing with you, like coming in, and it was just us dancing. I'd say that was my favorite moment. But also
yeah.
seeing. Okay, so like one of the things that like Yoruba people do.
No. This is my favorite moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is my
this
favorite.
was your favorite
Yeah,
moment?
yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
Speak
let
about
me-
it,
let
speak
me
about it,
say.
speak about it. Let's go. Let's go.
I feel like, well, I hope it's the same thing. Imagine if it's not, then you're just gonna be like, Pam. That's not what
Okay.
I was speaking
No,
about.
let's go.
Okay, so my favorite moment of the day was, so there's this tradition that is typically done in Nigerian culture. It's not even just a Yoruba thing. It happens all across.
Okay.
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, it happens all across. Yeah.
Okay, all across,
all across
like
Nigeria.
Yeah. Anyways, and it's where essentially I think you first went. So we went first to your family, and you like lay down on the floor what does that symbolize? What does that signify?
It's just like, okay, so like the whole purpose of it was like just, I guess it's called paying homage. I think that's the term, but it's more like just like being appreciative of your parents for, and like being like them like releasing you to be like, I
like a husband and a wife.
Yeah,
and
like thanks for being such a good child. Like we see that you're getting married now. We're releasing you guys, and literally like we laid on the floor.
Yeah,
they prayed for us.
You laid down. All your groomsmen came and lay like in front of your parents as well, and not just like your parents, like your whole like all the people
clan
that represent your family, which is like so beautiful. And essentially what they did is then they like laid their hands on you and they prayed over you. And then it was my turn, and essentially I came and I kneeled before them, and this was my favorite moment, and we're gonna put a picture here. This was my favorite moment of the day. If I'm sorry, love, but my favorite moment wasn't even with you. It was with your parents.
No, that I love that. Like that was an amazing, like it was one of those like breathtaking moments. And I feel like for anyone who was there as well, like who doesn't know the Nigerian culture, like I just feel like these things can show how important culture can be. I do get like a lot of like us younger people think culture is like irrelevant now. Yeah. Which to certain extents it can be relevant. Like just because things are done a certain way in the past doesn't mean they should be done that way now. But this was special.
It was so special.
Something I'd love to do for our kids.
Yeah.
And it's just like it takes your breath away, because it's like, wow, so much like culture, so much like I don't even know how to explain it.
It's like
essence.
It's like substance, and it was just full of like joy and beauty. And like in that moment, like when and just I love that they were praying. Like they didn't even use that to be like, like you just got to do this. It was like a moment for them to pray over us. And essentially like going forward and having like your mom and your dad lay their hands on me and like pray over me and like pray over our marriage, I actually cried. That was the only time I cried in the day, and I'm a crier. But like that was just like my moment that I was just like, this is the most beautiful moment of the day. I felt so fully accepted into your family, and I feel like a lot of people, not even just interracial couples, but a lot of people that like there's just like so much like is the word animosity and like conflict between families, and that's not even just like that goes across all relationships. So it was just like such a beautiful moment.
I agree. Like the unity that brought. I even told my mom like a few days later, like we got it easy, and like I thank God for that, but like we really got it easy. Our relationship was not easy
in the beginning,
like high school, university, stuff like that. But now like we just see like the beauty of like how God just turned something into good. Like he made it good for us. Like the wedding was it was just great. But there were probably people who are like, oh, like this won't work, or this can't work, or that kind of thing. But like we had it so good, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, truly. Me too.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Speaking of the unity, I feel like what I just like also want to say is like there's also this tradition where the groom's family and the bride's family come in at separate times, and they kind of dance into the ceremony hall. Nice. So we're also putting pictures up now. But essentially your what I also found beautiful and like the unity of it is obviously like I'm just gonna say it. White people are not used to doing things a certain way. Yeah. Especially like just with the way that like Nigerian people do things, especially at weddings. Like it's just all new, right, for a white person. Just we all know this. Like we all know it's true. And essentially what we did is that your family walked in, they like danced in, it was amazing. But then when it was time for my family to like walk in and like dance in, what I loved is that everyone got up and like danced with them. Yeah. So it was like, don't worry guys, like we got you, like we're gonna help, like we're stepping in, like we're just helping, just like I don't know, like just show you that this is okay, like you can do this.
They didn't feel like they were like secluded or like
yes, or isolated, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's like, no, everyone was just having fun and they were like dancing in together, which it was just,
they were covered.
they were covered. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. It was such a beautiful day. Like it went like I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah. Sorry, I am just looking at pictures to see if I've missed anything, because I like know we've like chatted about a couple.
Yeah.
But there is one other moment that I feel like we can maybe speak about that I thought was quite fun.
Yeah.
Is that I wasn't really expecting this one.
Oh, the game?
The game.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was going to be a game played with our groomsmen and our bridesmaids. And that was just like really fun. So we're just going to put up pictures of like our really cool bridesmaids and groomsmen here. And they just like, that's like go and like get like a pink shoe or like a
wig. The wig was the funniest.
A wig. That was hilarious.
That was so funny. So the MC was like,
maybe explain the game, because I didn't really explain the game, so people might not know what's happening.
So the game was basically like all the groomsmen all the bridesmaids sat down, and the MC would like tell them to go like bring back a certain item from like the I almost said crowd, but like the people. From the attendants, from the crowd,
our guests.
From the guests. Okay, so like he would be like, okay, go bring back 100 rand, or go bring back a golden shoe, or something like that. And the last one. And
the last person to sit down without the item, or the last person that couldn't find the item, was kicked out.
Eliminated.
So it's
kind of,
what is it, kind of like that game that we used to play as kids with the chair that got pulled out?
Musical chairs.
Yes. Yeah. So essentially, last person to get it was out.
Yeah.
Down to the last person.
So the last one, there were just 2 people left, and it was like, or 3 people left.
No, it's 2.
2?
Right?
Either way, it was just like, okay. And it was like, go bring back a wig.
A wig.
And that was the funniest thing, because
somebody had to give up their wig.
Yeah, who was it? Matimba was like pulling the wig off of someone, and they were like, no. Someone got a wig?
Yes, Anshin got the wig.
Oh, that was so funny.
I love it. Wow. So anyways, that was like probably another really fun moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, how did you find it? Like, last thoughts. How did we find the wedding?
It was beautiful. I feel more married to you, I guess. But it's solidified.
I love him so much. I married him twice.
Damn.
Sorry, I just have to say it. Like, I keep saying it, and I'm just like, this is gonna be my thing now.
If you like it, then put a ring on it twice.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, I think you've really got a good background story and what's been going on.
Yeah, I feel like this pretty much sums up our actual life update, and we've like now given you kind of like a full run through of everything that happened since like 2020. So hopefully there's like nothing else missing. But if you guys have any questions, like just drop them down below. We'd be probably like happy to answer them, as long as they're not like super rude or anything.
Yeah, and anything that you'd love us to like have this style of video on, like just
what conversations, right?
Yeah, what conversations you'd want us to have, like be it marriage advice. I feel like we're a little bit qualified now, like
1 year in qualified.
One year and 4 months, 3 months. 1 year and 3 months in. We'll tell you guys how our first year of marriage has been, how like just so many things. Like
there's so many things to talk about. I love it.
Yeah, it's exciting. Hope you guys also enjoyed like snippets of the photos that we've shown you guys. We'll probably post more on Instagram and all that, and our wedding video is still coming.
Yes, which is exciting, because we will likely post it for you guys as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is something to look forward to. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, very excited as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next video.
See you guys in the next video.
Bye. We do the whole thing, but
it's too
camera's far away, so
peace.
Peace.
We're doing peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.